Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm at the vanilla server, standing at spawn, and it's time to do a little tour more of what we've got going on here at the spawn area. Last time I went and talked about the tree past Clippy there, but this time we're going to talk a little bit more about spawn, and this is the central area. In my first video, when I introduced the seed, I talked about how there was a hill, and my friend Nepo on his first day dug into that hill and established a base in there. Well, that hill is no more. It is now this nice pavilion. And I'm going to switch into demonstration mode of here in spectator mode so that I can show this place off. That is what Nepokama built. There in the background you can see a little sphere. That is something that my brother-in-law built very recently when he joined the server. He likes making these big structures, so he entitled that one 4. And speaking of Nepokama, this is his house here that did out of different woods and stained clay. And if we look just a little bit here in his bedroom, there's a couple of his dogs. And this structure right here is our iron farm storage. It's using what xisumavoid demonstrated as a way of having vertical storage of goods in chests back there, using the lights to demonstrate how many chests are filled up. And for some reason, when the iron golems fall from where they spawn up there and land in here, more often than not, their stuff will fall on the one side than the other, which is weird because they land pretty much right in the middle here and burn up. I don't know why. Anyway, that's the way it works. We've had this quite full, more than half full at times, but we've had a bunch of new people on the server, and so they've used a bunch of the iron and the iron blocks that we've grabbed underneath. For the tour, here's a little set of stables that I set up here into the wall, or into the side of the hill, to store some of the horses that we had. I had, unfortunately, some hay bales and things like that on the inside, and the horses were really dumb. They would stand up on them and suffocate it to death, so we had 2 times as many horses, and they're dead. Sad, sad, sad. Here's our sheep farm. They rotate through the sheep, and unfortunately I see that we've got a couple glitched into the walls, like this nice blue one here, and I don't understand why, but we'll have to fix that. We have a lot of fences around this area to keep it safe and well lit, which is nice so there's no mob spawning. Our very first farm setup that we've never removed, and this was Nepo's first redstone contraption, so he wanted to go ahead and keep that, and so we did. There's the entrance to the big tree, and over here my niece wanted to have a place of her own, so she went ahead and built this out of the stuff she had. And let's see, yep, Fenton Works. She likes going by Danny Phantom. And here's the ginormous pavilion that we talked about. Up here is the mob farm. This is based on work by IVIICHAELxx. I will send links to this. So this is our mob farm that pretty early on I put together. I just gave myself night vision to make it a little easier to see in here because it is rather dark. You can see these bits of obsidian. There used to be concentric nether portals here, and a water treatment underneath that would funnel the zombie pigmen down into the center and down on in. But since we have a better gold farm right now, we got rid of that, and this is precisely why I'm in spectator mode, because it's nice and fun to be able to see and go through here. There are 4 channels, 4 chambers for the mobs to spawn, and if we follow one of these chambers in, and night vision is precisely so that we can see this, the mobs will spawn right there in these spawning spots, and if you're within 32 blocks, they will start moving. and they'll just randomly drop into these water channels, which will flush them here to the middle, which will flush them down here, and then they will plop down in the center, and we get all their lovely drops. It's a really nice setup, and I like setting that up in survival as early as I can, so that we've got access to all the mob drops. Here, if you swim up the water channel, you come up here, you grab the minecart out of the chest. If you're really worried about dying, you can put all your stuff in there too. You put it on the charged rail, get in, press the button, and it sends you around, and you just ride the rails AFK, and you're within 32 blocks of the mobs up above. They will start moving, they'll flow to the center, they die. It's a wonderful setup. This switch, as you go around, if you hit it, will depower this track and allow you to stop. So you can hop off, put the minecart back in, and you're good to go. Down here, while I still have night vision, is our witch farm, and unfortunately it doesn't work right now. It is very glitchy. Lovely bug within Minecraft that has not been fixed yet, that as these pistons are moving the blocks back and forth, as these chunks are loading and unloading as people are coming in, it can cause these blocks to glitch out. And unfortunately, what looks like there's a bunch of missing blocks here on the top, they are there as far as the game is concerned, but they no longer move. This missing piston, it's still there, but the game can't do anything with it, doesn't power it, it doesn't see it there anymore. It's all glitchy, and so we've thrown some torches around here to stop the witches from spawning in this area. What we need to do is get some MC edit and delete the blocks in this area so that we can rebuild the farm. When the witches spawn normally, the blocks shift underneath them, they fall down, they go splat. If any survive, we've got some golems down here for additional death. The hoppers underneath here, plus the hoppers, let's go back over here real quick, the hoppers from here underneath these golems all feed along into a chain to the basement of the pavilion where they get gathered up. And over here we have, while we have the night vision still, this is our squid farm. The squid appear or swim down into this area, they flow down to the bottom where they fall through. If they don't die right away from the fall onto these hoppers, then they will suffocate and die, and the hoppers go down, connect to the other track, and their ink sacs get stored. Yep, we're going to have to fix this area, unfortunately. It definitely needs some good love and care. And I noticed, looks like some of the people have built an additional set of stables over here for some of the horses. Okay. Well, while we've got night vision on, I'm going to zip over really quick. We'll show off the sphere. There's a little spider farm that we put underneath there, really tiny. But this is my brother-in-law's sphere that he made. He likes putting these around. He's called it 4. And right there is a village. It is really close to, up there goes the night vision. It's really close to spawn, just slightly out of spawn. But if you go northwest from spawn, that's where the village is. And night vision is gone. Hello, witch. Bunch of caves that we haven't lit up over here. Since we're here, I'll go ahead and show off my spot. Let me get out of game mode. I can spell today, I can. Alright, here's one of my dogs, Hi Spot. And this is my place, Grok's Perch. I'm not one to need a massive amount of structure, so I grew this set of spruce trees up here, went ahead and put a bunch of chests, some backup armor when we were going to fight the end dragon. We weren't sure how many we were going to die from, and just more chests, bunch of guest rooms up here. And that's pretty much it for the spawn. I will show off what's underneath the pavilion. That's where we have our massive storage. But that's pretty much a spawn for right now. Hope you have enjoyed it. This is Grok here at the vanilla server. Bye.